On the final week of the Contender Series, 20-year-old Argentinian fighter Julieta Martinez won a decision over Leslie Hernandez. Dana White says she eventually wants to sign her, but right now she's too young and she's too undersized for that weight class being 115 pounds. And Dana White says as they cultivate more talent through their performance institutes across the world, they may add a smaller weight class for women.
And when you see a girl like Julieta, who's so talented, but she's she's small
for the weight class. She's small for the weight class, and she's really young, and she's really green. That's why I didn't bring her in tonight. We can keep her down the PI. She's talented. I don't want to see her come to the UFC and get hurt. She's too young. She's got nothing. But you're not even in your prime till you're 28. But she just turned 20.
But especially in Latin America and Brazil, there's a lot of 105ers that are really talented.
Well, that's the other thing. As you start to talk about South America, you start to talk about, Asia, whether it's China or Japan or Korea. As we keep cultivating talent in these places, we might end up creating another division.
Like the 105 is like in your mind right now?
Do I want what?
The atom weight could be on your mind?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I'm sure there's a lot of talented, technical, fast, and exciting fighters at 105, but I think importing that weight class is just going to be importing a whole bunch of decisions into the organizations. You're going to see a lot more fights go the distance as you add smaller and smaller weight classes. In general, I'd rather see fights where there's a higher likelihood of a finish as opposed to not. There's some fans who just don't want to see more female fights on the card or any female fights on the card. They find them boring. That's enough divisions to give them their own promotion like every other sport does, like the WNBA and things like that. Keep them on the fight nights or prelims, please, is another point of view on the situation. Women's UFC should be its own separate organization. But I would have the same thought process if the UFC is looking to add a lower weight class for men. If Dana said, hey, let's add a strawweight men's division, 115 pounds, I'd be like, well, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of talented, technical, fast, and exciting fighters in that weight class, but adding another lower weight class is probably going to result in more decisions and more fights going the distance on UFC cards, and I'm not really looking for that. But if they said, hey, let's add a super heavyweight division, then maybe I'd think about it, because there's going to be a lot of stoppages there. There are a lot of good UFC heavyweights that cut down to make the 265 heavyweight limits. Maybe some of those fights are going to be sloppy at super heavyweight, maybe some terrible cardio, but the amount of finishes are going to be very high. Granted, some via heart attack in the second round, but still a high percentage of finishes. And in general, those are the fights that keep my eyes glued to the screen. I'd rather be on the edge of my seat watching than over the edge of the urinal waiting for what will inevitably be a fight that goes to a judge's decision. But maybe you have an alternative viewpoint. What are your thoughts on Dana White possibly adding an atom weight women's division one day? Let me know in the comments. There's been some talk of Garry taking on Colby Covington December 14th in the main event at UFC Fight Night Tampa. According to Garry, he's down to fight, but Colby Covington is not, so if it doesn't happen, it's Colby's fault.
What's up, everyone? So I'm coming on to let everybody know, keep everybody in the loop and keep everyone updated because it matters. A month ago, I was offered a fight with Colby Covington. It took me all of 20 seconds to respond to the email saying, yes, I'm in. A month later, we've still got no response from Colby. He's avoiding me like the plague. And there's one reason, and one reason only, this fight isn't happening. And his name's Colby Covington.
Hopefully they can put that fight together. That's a good fight. It's an exciting fight. It is the fight to make in the welterweight division, and it would be one of the more entertaining fights that the UFC put together for a main event for a fight night card. For Saturday's card, Jake Hadley says his opponent Brady Heastand is out with an injury, and stepping in is former Fury FC champion Cameron Smotherman. Smotherman was on the Contender Series last year. He got knocked out, but since that time he won 3 straight, and he takes this opportunity on short notice. In the past few days, Belal Muhammad's been getting into beefs with Ilya Topuria, TJ Dillashaw, and now Ariel Helwani. But I guess that shit's been going on since the days of Adam and Leave the Garden of Eating. But what reignited the beef this time was Ariel saying that that Belal won due to the time difference affecting Leon Edwards. And he's adamant about it too. I didn't insinuate it. I said it straight up. It's my belief. And just because it didn't affect Tom Aspinall doesn't mean it couldn't have affected Leon Edwards. It's my opinion. That's what I was sharing. Compare how I spoke about it and how I always talked about Belal to how he speaks about me in this clip. And Ariel implies it's because he's Jewish and Belal is Palestinian, and Ali Abdelaziz jumps into the conversation and threatens violence against Ariel, so it's just another day in MMA. Francis Ngannou returns to action this Saturday. Dana White was asked about it. He says he's not interested.
And, obviously, this weekend, Francis Ngannou is making his MMA debut at PFL. I just want to get your thoughts on that. And
What do I care?
thank you.
Yep. Glad I can answer your question.
Dana says he doesn't care, but if Ferreira pulls off an upset and knocks out Ngannou, you best believe he's watching that clip on loop till the end of time. He's bringing the view count on that clip to numbers he lies about power slap getting, but nonetheless, good fight card. UFC also has a fight card this Saturday, so a lot of MMA action to watch this Saturday. Former UFC fighter and BKFC champion Mike Perry was arrested on Saturday in Clermont, Florida, and charged with driving under the influence of alcohol and refusing to sign a citation requiring a court appearance. He was booked into jail and he was released 5 hours later after he posted bonds totaling $1,500.
You don't have any weapons or anything? Nope. Do you mind if I pat you down? So here's where we're at. Based on how you were driving and how you've been talking to me, I feel like you're impaired under the influence of alcohol. I have a series of field sobriety exercises. What that's going to do is that'll dispel my concerns that you're driving while intoxicated. Okay. Are you refusing to do the exercises? Okay. You understand that if you don't do these exercises to dispel my concern, I have to go based on my observations so far. Is that the route you want to go? To be clear, that's you being arrested for driving while intoxicated. Okay, put your hands behind your back.
Sorry, I'm getting arrested because I'm not doing this bullshit sobriety test. So just relax, honey. I'll be home. I'll be home soon. They know exactly who I am. They're f***ing mad. These couple of
Separate your
They're a
feet.
couple of
Separate
Forget
your
about
feet.
it. It's okay, honey. I'm going tonight. It's fine. Yeah, take a look at that receipt, motherfucker. Your wife ain't got shit that cost that much. How about that? Put that on Instagram.
Okay, I don't have an Insta. Okay. I'm gonna get going after I buckle him in. Yeah. I'll ask if he wants it, okay? Thank you. Alright, here's your phone. Do you want this to come with you? You'll be able to get phone numbers out of it when we're done with the front part, okay? Okay. I gotta buckle you in, okay?